Describe to me now, who's that in the picture?
Your granny.
In the middle of the back?
In the middle of the back. And your great granny. And your great granddad. That's husband and wife.
Oh, okay.
And your great...
So that's you in the middle of the background?
In the centre in the back.
Yeah.
And there's Uncle Jim.
Oh, okay, right, yeah.
And my father and my mother.
What was your mother and father's name?
John O'Malley and Nora O'Malley.
Okay. But she was Nora Stevens originally?
Stevens, that's right.
Okay.
God, you're going to like them. And that's Uncle John, Boston. That's Boston.
And then on the bottom right there, who's that?
That's your great. She's my
your
granny. My granny.
Whose mother is she? Nora or John?
No.
And what was her first name?
Nora's mother. He's O'Malley. Stevens.
What was his
She was Fallon.
Fallon. And her first name?
Stevens. Mariah.
Mariah Stevens.
Yeah.
Okay. So on the right hand side, that's
your granddad.
That's James.
Yeah.
McLoughlin. Okay.
Yeah, my husband. Yeah.
And then his two sisters.
His two sisters and her husband.
And what are the two sisters' names?
Nanny. She was in Trim.
Nanny.
And Nanny.
Yeah.
And there was Nora. They both died in Roscommon.
What, roughly when did they die?
1974.
Okay.
She died.
Right.
She was waiting for her mother's wedding.
Nanny. Okay.
She died 10 days before it.
Right.
And we stayed in Floods for the wedding.
Oh, okay.
We went up, John ended up, and he was a Gayard. And he was stationed down by the lake in Beltraw.
You mean you stayed in Floods for the funeral?
Yeah, we were up for the first time we saw them.
And who's the child?
God, I don't see that child at all. Oh, that's Anne, St. Nora's.
Okay.
Some of them, I'd say the oldest.
Alright.
I'd say it's Nora. So, that looks good.
So that's the two twins then?
Yeah.
So is that
Blondie,
Anna on the left?
Blondie is Maria.
Is Maria.
And she's the oldest. And she's the tallest.
Is she the oldest?
She is.
No, isn't that? And then Anne on the left. Okay. Right, Granny, who's this handsome baby here then?
That's you when you were a baby.
That's a very handsome baby, isn't it?
He's lovely. We can't even see the cuddles they out there.
Okay. So, who's this then? That's you and James McLoughlin, yeah?
Yeah.
With
Bridge.
And PJ.
PJ. Outside the house.
In Beltra.
Yeah.
So, roughly what year do you reckon that is?
Bridge would be about maybe 2 and 3. He'd be about 2, I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So on this one then, it's Uncle John in the pram, yeah?
Yeah.
And so who's that on the left?
Your granny.
It's you?
Yeah.
Okay. And then that's...
And your great granny, centre.
On...
McLaughlin's side.
On the McLaughlin side.
And
what was her name?
Bridget Chambers.
And where did she live or whatever?
She came from Newport direction.
Okay, that's where
Beltra,
that's where James McLoughlin came from.
No, he was born in Beltraw.
Oh, okay. Right. And who's that on the right?
That's his sister, Grace.
Oh, okay.
She's dead. She's in Ballintober.
Right.
Oh.
Okay, so who's that standing at the back then? On the left? That's Lamb.
Yeah.
And the middle is?
Your Uncle Jim O'Malley.
Yeah, Jim O'Malley. And then you?
Yeah, and your granny, and your great granny and great granddad.
Okay. Those two there sitting down are O'Malley's? Or?
Yeah. He was O'Malley and she was Stevens, but they're your great...
grandparents?
Yeah, your great, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Am I right?
Yeah, I think you are.
Yes, your father's... Oh, your mother's granny.
Yeah.
That's right, yeah.
Okay.
Your great granny.
Right, so that's James McLoughlin there, isn't
it? That's right.
So, roughly when was that taken, do you reckon?
Oh, that was in the 40s.
And he would
the early 40s.
So how old would he be then? Around, he'd be about 40 then, would he? Or?
Maybe, that's right, yeah.
And where did you meet him?
Dancing there. Oh, look at
in Lamadon?
Yeah, you're going into history.
Ancient history?
Yeah, ancient history. Yes, yeah.
Okay. So on this one then, sitting down on the left is Jim O'Malley.
Yeah.
And then on the right then
his brother Paddy.
And he died when he was 14 from diphtheria.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
1937.
That's your brother then.
Hmm?
And standing up is Kate on the left.
Yeah.
And you on the right.
That's right.
Okay. So I wonder what year was this taken then?
Well, a couple of years, I'd say, before he died. I'd say in the early 30s.
30s, yeah.
I'd imagine.
I wonder where is it, do you know? No?
Oh, there's trees at the back. Oh, someplace around the house. Chair.
Okay.
The chair was brought out. And look at the short trousers.
Okay. So who's that on the left? Is that Noreen O'Malley?
Noreen, first on the left. And next is Maureen.
Maureen who?
Maureen O'Malley.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And next is Peter Lamb.
Yeah.
Anne O'Malley. Catherine O'Malley. Noreen Lamb. The McLaughlin's twins. And Fred Lamb.
Alright.
Fred in the background.
Okay.
Make sure that's bright. Your mother.
Right, Granny. The last one there, who's that? On the left hand side.
That's your mom.
That's Breed. Okay. And then who's that?
PJ is the next one.
PJ. Is PJ younger than Mum?
Yeah.
Yeah. A little bit.
Oh yeah. And
Month.
you wouldn't think it to look at her, would you?
No. Well, you would.
You'd have listen.
Yeah.
And then who's that on the right?
And that's Uncle John.
Oh yeah.
The doggy.
Okay. Very good.
That's part of the old house.
Yeah.
Where I was born.